Most players struggle to get this professional audio quality out of the Pa5X they see in demos. And that's because they are looking in the wrong menus or don't have a clue how to set it up. So today I'm going to reveal the one setting that changes the complete sound of your Pa5X so that you can sound like the professional demonstrators online. So let's dive in. So when you buy the Korg Pa5X, it will sound quite nice, but it will sound nearly nothing to all the demos you hear online. And you think, why is that? Well, that is because the demonstrators are using modified EQ profiles and mastering settings for the Korg Pa5X so that they have always a great sound. So we are going to use a style for that. Press the style element on the screen, go to the Funk Blues category and press the Going on Soul style for the first tab for this demo so that you can compare it when you do the same things on your Pa5X. Set it to variation 4, select the first keyboard set, so that's on whirly. So I have a factory Pa5X now, and when we play that specific variation 4, so it sounds nice, but it doesn't have that impact that you hear online. It sounds a little bit like a keyboard, so we want to have a more pronounced sound from the Korg Pa5X. So how are we going to set it up? Well, if you know the trick, it's not that hard, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Press the settings button over here and you will come in this menu. There is one tile and that is called waves on the bottom of the screen. That is the secret sauce for that sound. So press that tile and you see, hey, we have a default profile with a flat EQ curve for the Korg Pa5X, and we are going to modify that EQ curve now. So how do you do that? Well, first we are going to give it a little bit less bass than it has normally. We are going to give a little bit headroom to that sound so that we can use other sounds a little bit more pronounced. So what you are going to do is on the top of the screen you see this yellow diamond or whatever it is, and press it 2 times. It's changed now to a curve, and that means that it has a filter applied now for the low end. And if we select the first band, the 48, and we turn the wheel, you will hear what kind of effect that has on the complete sound. It cuts off all kind of frequencies from the low end. We are going to change that value to 36. Well, why 36? Most monitors or sound systems can't produce sounds below the 30 Hz or 40 Hz. So it uses a lot of headroom that you can use for other things. So I'm not going too much in the technical details for all this because you just want to know all the settings. Maybe if you are interested, let me know. Then we can do a quite deep dive on the technical areas of this. I will consider that then. But I think most people of you don't want to know that. Just the settings. So we are going to, first we are going to change, hey, which bands we are going to modify. So in the second area, the 81, we are going to change by pressing it to 102, 102. The third one we leave at 136. The fourth one we are going to change to 724. The fifth one we are going to change to 1085. The fifth one we are going to change to 1534. And the last one we are going to change to 3069. So now we have set the frequencies of all the bands. So the next part is to set how narrow that frequency boost or cuts that we are going to make should be. And you can do that in the Q factor. So we are going to modify those also. The second one should be 1.13. The third one we are going to leave it on the default value. The fourth one we are going to change that to 2.0. The fifth one we are going to leave at the same value. The sixth one we are going to change to a larger value, 3.97. And the last one we are going to change to 0.40. So now we have set the Q factors for those frequency bands. The last thing that we need to do is to set the factor of boosting or cutting the sound. So we are going to enter the values. The first one we don't need because you can't even modify it because it's a roll-off. The second one we are going to boost with 1.1 dB. The third one we are going to disable. We are not going to change anything. The fourth one we are going to cut with minus 0.8. The fifth one we don't need, so we can disable that one. We are going to leave it unused. The sixth one we are going to lower to minus 0.3. And we are going to give it a little bit of high end by adding 2.3 dB. So we have to set up the EQ profile. The only thing that you see now is that it has a boost over here. So we need to set this arrow on top to this arrow. So just press it once and you will see a nice curve going up. So if you did everything correctly, then this is the screen with the values, how it looks now on your Pa5X. Now the second thing that we need to do is set up a little bit of basic mastering limiting on your Pa5X. And you are going to do that in the Master tab. So press the Master tab and we see 4 elements that we are going to use. Enable all the 4 elements and we are going to change the values of the bass, treble and stereo. So it's now on 18.9 and we are going to lower it to 16.5 by moving it down. And this is a little bit tricky, but just try it and eventually you will get there. So 16.5. The second one should be 8.7. You see how hard it is. So the third one, the stereo spread, so it sounds a little bit wider, should be 52. The volume, we are not going to change that. Gain 0 is fine, but you can lower or improve it if you want a louder signal or a less louder signal. Basically, we are done now. The only thing we have to do now is to save it. Press the hamburger menu on top of your screen. It says Save Max Preset. Give it a name. Well, let's say QR Platinum. Settings. So that we can recognize it and we are going to say, hey, we are going to position it on browse the 6th position so that we don't override the default. So it says now, hey, this bank will be on position 6. We are going to use that setting. Save it. And when we are going to select now from the defaults, you will see, hey, we have now a QR Platinum settings enabled. So when we are going to use this, you can set up a default preset. We have saved it now, so we can set it. And you see that for the audio headphones, it will say, hey, use always the QR Platinum settings. And for the amplification settings, it will also say, hey, use the QR Platinum settings. If it's different, then select the QR Platinum settings and then save again. So that it will always start with those settings. So now you're done. Let's disable it and let's hear the huge difference it makes for your complete sound of your Korg Pa5X. So let's play an F major 7. It's off now, just like you bought it in the Korg store. So let's enable it. Hear how much better this sounds. It's so much better. It's wider. Flat. Much more spreads. So hear how flat radio sounds. Now that professional sound demonstrator is using. So that's it for now. So if you think, hey, this is a really useful video, please subscribe to my channel. It will help me tremendously. And this way you will be sure that there will be new videos and you will see the new videos when they are coming out. So hope to see you again in the next video.